Alright everyone, so we're back with some more One Piece, and I've been talking about it. We're going to cover all of OPO7, so I finally got the Lucci game in, finally built him. I built him accordingly to how everyone else is building him. I don't think I played him exactly how everyone else is playing him because I just didn't get the cards. Um, but that's just, my luck in trading card games. As you can see, I have two Tempest kicks in my hand. I don't even have cards in my trash yet. I mean, it's turn one, so yeah. I'm going up against a Vegapunk, and of course he plays Lilith, right? Lilith's a nice search, turn 1. Not to mention it's a 3 cost 5k power for 1 Dawn. He then uses the ability again to play Atlas, which is really, really good for him because he's always going to be lower less life than me, so in the early games anyway. So his Atlas can't be KO'd by battle, but that's fine by me because I'm playing Lucci. I'm playing OPO7 Lucci, so I don't have to KO it through battle. If anything, I just KO it through effects. So that's not really a big problem for me, but it is a good play for Vegapunk because it's a card you can play for free off of life, and it's a card that can't be KO'd by battle unless you're going up against, easy KO stuff, which is red or black, or blue can just remove it easily. So now it's my turn. It's I think it's turn 2, yeah, because I'm on my 4 Dawn turn. I play Khalifa. I didn't really get cards in hand that I really needed. So I was hoping to get Khalifa's ability to get some cards in hand that I did need. So I got rid of the Sabo. I didn't really need him right now, even though Sabo would have been really great to get rid of the Atlas and the Lilith. I just, it's not, I didn't need him right now because I don't have the Dawn for him, so I'll just get rid of him. He's just cards in hand that I didn't really need. He plays the ability again to play Shaka. He then goes for 7k at life. I just choose to take it right there. So pretty much what the game plan is just go for characters only with attacks and pretty much KOing stuff, just to starve him out a bit. I draw into another Spandam, I play Spandam just to get some more search off. I can only grab Kaku. It also helps out the trash situation to where I need stuff in my trash for Tempest Kick, so that works out perfectly. Right here you can see me reading into Kaku because, again, I want to clear his board, so he doesn't have anything to swing with because Vegapunk is lead, I can't swing. So pretty much what I do is I swing at Lilith to minus some, minus some cost, there you go, off of the Atlas. That's just 1 though. I need to bring Atlas down to 3 in order to use Kaku's ability, which didn't really work. So what I did was I just chose to play Kaku anyway just to get a body on board to KO the Lilith. What I could have done was I could have played Tempest Kick earlier, but I didn't have cards in trash yet. I just kind of like went in different directions with the planning of how I played that turn. So he swings 9 to me, I just take it. I draw into a Who's Who off of life, but he only KOs a 3 or less, which doesn't really help for my situation because Vegapunk is only playing 5 drops off of his ability unless you're playing Lilith, so it doesn't really help out my situation. He goes for 9 again. I have no card. I don't have enough cards to out counter, so I just choose to take it, which is totally fine because now I can actually kill Atlas by KOing her through battle, but that's if I wanted to attack. I think I do actually attack Atlas normally first because I didn't have enough cards in hand to use Tempest Kick yet. So I think what I do is I either play a card from hand or I swing with Lucci to get the leader ability off to minus some cost. But I do go for the Spandam play. I get into a Rob Lucci and a Ennie's Lobby. I took Rob Lucci, even though I probably should have taken Ennie's Lobby to put Lucci in trash. And then I played Tempest Kick, which really sucked because I drew into another Rob Lucci. So yeah, I should have taken Ennie's Lobby instead of the Rob Lucci. But, I had to work with what I got, unfortunately. And then I trash another Ennie's Lobby. And then I kind of misplayed here. Again, I'm still really learning the deck. I really, really misplayed here. So either way still works because I still had another Tempest Kick to minus more Dawn or more cost, which brought him down to the same amount, which is what I needed to bring him down for Lucci ability. It's just that I don't know why I thought I did it wrong. I just did it in the wrong steps pretty much. I was supposed to do this instead of that first, and then this and this and that, but it still ended up in the same way. So I swung at him to get the minus cost on, which let him get that trigger ability off of the event, which is why he played Lilith. I swing at him again with Khalifa for 5/5. He takes it, which I think it was a trigger. And I do remember this Vegapunk player, like he took a long time. Like this recording was like 20 minutes long because I don't think it was just this Lucci player. I think I played against another, or I don't think this Vegapunk player was the only Vegapunk I played. because I think I played into another Vegapunk, and this was like a 20-minute recording. So, you know, I'll try to cut this down as best I can to where it's a reasonable amount of time. So he triggers a Frankie, which is perfect for him. He got another swinger in. I just choose to take it, you know. I don't have a lot of cards I had to counter with. I got 3 Span Dines in my hand, which is interesting. But hey, that's counter in hand. That's a card I can play to get Rob Lucci out from graveyard. He goes to me. I have to out counter. I don't have any other option. If I don't, I lose. And right here, I just, you know, out counter. And right here, I just choose to go all out as best I can. There's no point in trying to play the cards to whatchamacallit, KO his stuff, because next turn he will have 10 Dawn. If anything, he could summon out 2 5-drop aces. He could summon out the 10-drop ace. So it's like, I just had to go all out as best as I could. So I go for 2 5Ks. I go for 3 6Ks. He has to out counter all of them. I was like, you know, might as well just use the ability. Why not? I swing for 5. And then I swing for 6 again. And yeah, he didn't have enough to out counter because he had no Dawn left. So yeah, right there is the game. So I do play the same guy again. So yeah, this whole game is just the same guy. It's the Vegapunk. So I did play Vegapunk again. He just took really, really long turns. That's why this recording is so long. But he plays into Pythagoras this time. I draw into Endy's Lobby, which is perfect starting hand. Perfect Dawn 2 play for Lucci, because that's a stage you really want out to just have that extra minus cost in. And so pretty much you'll always be able to have -3 cost on your turn because you're attacking with Lucci, plus Endy's Lobby -2. Right here, I took the life. No point in trying to out counter it this early on in the game. I draw into a Tempest Kick, which really, really helps out later on. And then I draw into another Tempest Kick. I don't know what it was with this recording to where I only get Tempest Kicks. I just didn't get it. So pretty much same turn as the last one. I just play Khalifa to try and filter out some stuff in my hand. And then off a Khalifa ability, I draw into 2 Rob Luccis, which is very, very interesting. And I just pass turn because there's no point in me swinging because he could just block it with Shaka 6 to 5. Like, there's no point. But I do know that next turn I can kill one of his things. He chooses to play Frankie off of leader ability. He could have just played Frankie normally and then still use leader ability. I don't know why he did that, but whatever. He swings 8 to 5. I just choose to take it. I draw into a Who's Who. I got 2 really good trigger cards. It's just that he didn't have 3 or less cost cards on the board. If he had a Lilith, then oh, perfect, easy. He swings for 7. I choose to out counter this one with a Who's Who and I think Rebecca. So I don't have to take the counter, or I don't have to take the life, right? So right here I draw into a Sabo. I only have 6 Dawn, so I can't really do that much. Unfortunately, I can't play the Sabo yet. But what I can do is I can play the Kaku to get a card on board. So I was reading cards because I know Pythagoras, you have to have 2 or less life, but you also need something in your trash in order to have the ability. Have the ability even done, pretty much. So I play Kaku, right? I was just going to use Kaku's ability to kill it, so I have a swing at, I think Shaka. If not Shaka, then I just swing at leader. But no, I do go for the leader swing. I swing 5 and 5 again. I swing 5 with Khalifa, 5 with Lucci. And I don't really need Khalifa out on board. Khalifa's really there only for the hand cycle. And, you know, I don't really care if I lose her. So she's kind of just there. He triggers into an Atlas. Really, really good for him, right? But that's the thing with Vegapunk. He's just running all triggers because all the satellites he has is triggerable. So he's just always having a body on board, which is really good for him. That makes sense because he needs it. Like, he is a leader that can attack. He only has 2 lives. So these triggers are, you know, good and balanced for him. It's just, it really sucks for me as the opponent because now I have to deal with more cards that he got from life. But, you know, I'm Lucci, so it shouldn't be that too hard of a problem. So, yeah. He swings 6 to 5, and then I just out counter. Right here, he swings 5 to 5. I just have to take it. I got into a Spandine. And I don't remember if he attacks with Shocker or not, but if he does, then he has no blocker. But he doesn't, so I draw into another Endy's Lobby. I choose to put 3 or -2 onto the Atlas to KO with Sabo because I can't KO Atlas with a swing because he has less life than me. So Atlas would not have been KO'd through attacks. I choose to trash the Rob Lucci because I have a Spondine in hand, so I can play Spondine. I can play Lucci off of Spondine, which is perfect. So that's why I trashed the Rob Lucci. So he's protecting his cards as best he can. He needs cards on board in order to even deal damage to me, so that's why he's really protecting his Frankie. He's now on his 9 Dawn turn. And I have 2 Tempest Kicks in hand. So, and I have a Rob Lucci in graveyard. So that works out perfectly because I have -3 on board already, which is Leader Swing and Ennie's Lobby. And then with Tempest Kick -3, that brings something down by 6. With the other one, brings something down by 9. So just by having the Ennie's Lobby beginning game is really, really good. So right here he swings 7 to 6 at my Kaku, which is totally fine. And what I was planning on doing was not wasting the Lucci play. So I was calculating my Dawn, seeing what I could do. I go 10 to 5 at the leader, so that he has to take the life and summon out the Frankie. So right here, I bring the cost down to 3. I bring that down to 2, and I play the Tempest Kick to minus some more cost to bring him down to 0. So now that when I play Spondine, I can KO both of them. So with Spondine, I return another Tempest Kick, I return Stussy, and I return Kaku. And I choose to play the Rob Lucci, return my big bodies, because, you know, they're my main KOs and my main sustain on board because Gecko Moria. And I was able to clear his board with that. And I used my last Dawn to just do some more searching pretty much. So I search, I grab the Kaku for more 2k, and I have some more minus counter in hand, which is another Ennie's Lobby and a Tempest Kick. So I just pretty much tap Ennie's Lobby, play the other Ennie's Lobby, tap that, and then I have... So pretty much I have -7 cost with just the cards on my hand, not to mention the -1 from Lucci, so I technically have -8. He chooses to play into Yamato to gain that life and KO my Spondine, which is totally fine, didn't need it. Didn't need it. Spondum's pretty much just there for either aggression or in case I draw into a Stussy, because Stussy can KO anything as long as I KO something on my board. So Spondum and Spondine are pretty much there as the Stussy KO material. He then uses his last Dawn to gain more life, which is Shaka. And then, so I check my trash because I drew into Gecko Moria. And pretty much what I can do with this is just grab some blockers on board to pretty much sustain me for this swing. Even though I could have tried to minus as best as I could. I actually could have, because, let's see, 3, 5. No, I couldn't have killed her because... again, I'd only have enough to go down by, let's see, Ennie's Lobby's 2, Leader Swing is 3, 5, 8. Yeah, I would have, actually, no, I would have been able to. I actually would have been able to, I think. No, because Ennie's Lobby is 2, which means I wouldn't have enough for Gecko Moria. So, yeah, I did just play Gecko Moria to bring out a blocker. And I know I could play him before, you know, I could play him and summon everything out before swinging because his next life is Shaka. It's not going to be anything that KOs my life or KOs my card on board. So I just choose to go out with, you know, with my play here. I swing 6 to 5. And then he gets the Shaka, of course. And then I choose to actually attach some Dawn on first before I do anything. Just so I can, you know, if he wants to block with Shaka, he can. But, you know, he's going to have to, you know, out counter it. But he actually draws into an Egghead off a life, which is really, really good for him. Really, 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 really good for him. Because, you know, he can restand his Shaka now. What I could have done was, I actually could have played Spondine. I actually could have played Spondine to play out the Rob Lucci to kill things. I think that's what I did, actually. If not, then I did go for the Rebecca. It's either the Spondine Rob Lucci play or the Rebecca play. So yeah, I have 2 options pretty much. So I do play the Rob Lucci instead of the Rebecca. So I play Rob Lucci, I return some cards in hand. Of course I return the Rebecca because she's not anything I could use in graveyard, because she's not Cypher Pull for the other cards. So yeah, right there I end my turn. He can't swing with Shaka and restand him. So he plays into Monkey D. Luffy to trash it, KO my Lucci. Unfortunately, he KOs, fortunately for me, unfortunate for him, he KOs my tapped Rob Lucci, which means, you know, I have a Rob Lucci swing still. I don't know why he didn't just go for my untapped Rob Lucci and then swing at my other one to get rid of 2 attackers of mine, but, you know, whatever, I'll take it. You know, that's on him now. So 12 to 5, of course I'm just going to take it. There's no point in me trying to out counter that. So now he passed his turn. I swing 9 to 9 at the Yamato because I wanted to make sure that he didn't have anything on board for next turn. I was being very cautious because I wasn't getting a lot of my KO cards. So yeah, I do have a Rebecca in hand to bring back a card, and it's pretty much I could actually play into the Spondine after minusing some costs to the Yamato and bring out another Rob Lucci. So yeah, I don't remember exactly what play I went for here, but I'm just checking all my options pretty much because I still didn't really know how to fully play this Lucci deck because, you know, it's actually a very complicated black deck for how easy it is to KO stuff. Like I was like trying to figure out what else I could do. Like there's a lot of options with KOing in this deck, which is something I really like. And the reason why I swing at his Yamato instead of swing at life because I knew he was just going to take it to play the Lilith and get a search. I just swing at the Yamato to minus the cost. I play into the Tempest Kick after playing Annie's Lobby. To -2 to get him down to 4, and then I play Tempest Kick to bring him down to 1. I drew into another Rebecca, totally fine because, you know, I could play Rebecca, grab something from my graveyard, and play the Spondine off of her. So right there, I select targets to return. Tempest Kick, I return my other Rob Lucci and I return to Kaku, and then I played Rob Lucci after and replaced the Spandem with it. I return Annie's Lobby, Gecko Moria, and then I think I returned a 2K. If not, then another one of my KO options, which was Who's Who, and then I KO the Yamato. And now I end my turn. I don't want him to get a swing in. I don't want him to get a swing in at all, even if he gains a life, whatever. So he just chooses to add a life, passes his turn. I draw into a Khalifa. I put 3 onto Lucci to bring him up to 9 because he can't out counter it. So he takes it. Uses the trigger to play a Egghead, and then I don't exactly remember which Egghead he plays. He plays into a Shaka. Okay, that's fine by me. That's fine by me because I still have multiple swings. But what I do first is I actually play Annie's Lobby to minus him down to 3. Play Who's Who. I trash the Rebecca to KO the blocker, so he has no blocker. I swing for 9 again. I swing for 6 again. Because he only has 2 cards in hand, so best he has is 9k. So I wanted him to use a 2k out of hand. If he doesn't, then he can still play Lilith and get a search off of Lilith and probably get another 2k. But he actually uses the event card to out counter that, which means he has no cards in hand, which left him really open, so I could swing normally with a 5k. Which then he plays Lilith, searches for a card, but it doesn't matter because 1 card doesn't stop an 11k swing. And that's going to be it for the Lucci game. Nice best out of 3. Nice OPO7 battle too because it's, Vegapunk and Lucci. Still getting the hang of this deck. I don't plan on building in real life. I'm not really a meta follower. I'm not a meta sheep. I don't really care for it. I play decks I really find interesting, so I'm already playing, I play Dragon because I think he's funny and fun, and he's just a character I'm interested in. Vegapunk is one of them as well, and probably Boa's next. So yeah, so I finally covered Lucci. I know this is a long video, but this is what best out of 3s look like. They're very long videos. So final video for OPO7 coverage is going to be Bonnie, and I am working on the Bonnie video as we record this one. I already have it ready to commentate over, and yeah, I'll have OPO7 covered. And I also have another video coming out for my 100 subscriber special. So yeah, it's probably going to be before this video or after this video. We'll see how the editing goes and what I feel like posting first. So that's going to be the Lucci game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in whatever video I make next.